Good afternoon, my name is John Jensen and welcome to my library. My speech today is going to be about why, specifically, you should ride a Yamaha motorcycle. So, let's start with a drink and we'll get things started. Making a speech.
Oh, are ya?
Yeah.
Drinking water now, weird.
No, it's ginger ale, but...
Oh, really?
So why should you ride Yamaha? Yamaha's been around for quite a while. They've actually founded in 1887 by Genichi Kawakami. It's a pretty tough name to pronounce, and I apologize if I completely botched it. But nonetheless, it was founded in 1887, and it's been around for quite a long while. And their motorcycles in that time have become really industry leaders in almost all facets of any sort of metrics that you can place around motorcycles. Now, what do I ride? I ride a Yamaha FZ6 Phaser. That bike has a dry weight of 412 pounds. I think it's 187 kilograms. Otherwise, the seat height's 31.3 inches, which is pretty standard for a sport touring bike. Now, it's a sport touring bike, which means it's not exactly a crotch rocket or a race bike, but it's also a lot faster than your Honda Goldwing or any competitor's sort of likewise bike. So why specifically Yamaha? Yamaha makes incredible bikes, and beyond that, they've got much more than just motorcycles. Yamaha holds a huge portion of the outdoor, side-by-side, sort of extreme sport, personal motor vehicle market right now. They make side-by-sides, they make scooters, they make ATVs, they also make boats and other sorts of like power tool products like compressors, generators, and things like that. What that basically means is when it comes down to it, Yamaha makes a lot of things. So having a large company creates a reputable maintenance program, and beyond that, it also creates a really strong opportunity for consumers to come back and purchase more products. So why should you ride Yamaha? Yamaha's got something for every single person. If motorcycles aren't your thing, at least you could get what's called a side-by-side, which is like a four-wheel, smaller compact vehicle, but it's for off-road uses specifically. All of this information is off of yamahasports.com. It's their commercial website that they use to market all of their products. But they've got a dirt section, a road section, and a touring. My bike kind of falls in between the touring and the road. At any rate, so if you want a dirt bike, they sell dirt bikes. They sell motorcycles that are made to go only off-road or made to be extremely mobile on the pavement and off. Otherwise, if you just want a street bike that's ludicrously fast, you can get the Yamaha R1, which is too much speed for anybody in their sane mind. Or you can get the touring. So they're touring bikes, the sport touring or the adventure touring. Those bikes are going to be a bit slower, but they're much more comfortable to ride for extended periods. So Yamaha really does offer an incredible section, a cross-section of motorcycles that the buyer can use or the buyer can choose from so that they can access any market, any rider, any skill level, and make it possible for you to get into the bike that is right for you, the bike that is right for the rider. And that's hugely important when looking at a company selling motorcycles. Now, growing up, I rode a Yamaha TTR 230. It's a dirt bike, incredibly sound as far as maintenance is concerned, and really durable. I beat the absolute crap out of it and had an incredible time just the same. So the reason I think that you should buy a motorcycle, not the Yamaha, but why you should ride, because it's an absolute rush. It is genuinely incredible. The feeling of 140 miles an hour down the road is unprecedented. I can't liken it to anything. You get into that zone and it's absolutely incredible. With that kind of speed, it's also extremely dangerous. So it's imperative that the rider protects himself. So when I ride with a full reinforced jacket, which means it has sliding pads on the back, shoulders, elbows, so when you hit the ground, that jacket absorbs the majority of that impact and it slides out instead of it being just on your bare skin, which is catastrophic. Also, wear a full helmet. A full face helmet is going to be the safest for you. Wear gloves, because the first thing you catch yourself with when you hit the ground is your hands. So I wear reinforced padded gloves, just so that if I do wreck, I'm going to have the best chance of getting out without any injury, and that's completely possible. And I understand how much safety can be a concern for people, but the reality of riding a motorcycle safely is that it comes down to the characteristics of the rider themselves. It's easy, and this is a quote from Quora.com. Motorcycles are complex, inanimate objects, like guns. They become dangerous when operated by the wrong users. And that speaks a lot of truth to the sort of baseline of what it means to ride responsibly. Now, So in the video that I just showed you guys, we were on a closed course. It was a road that had been closed for the rest of the summer and was due for maintenance. However, it was completely safe to ride on. So basically we had a closed road. There was no traffic through there. There was nothing going on. And we decided that it would be a pretty unique opportunity to really see what our bikes were capable of. So like Cora.com said, motorcycles are inanimate objects, and without a good rider, they're completely useless. Without a good rider, they are dangerous. And that's why they get such a bad name. You get a lot of young guys who go out and they're like, I just want to get the fastest bike that can do the coolest stuff and ride that. Give me that. And there's a lot of people that have the money to do that. And what winds up happening in that sort of situation is people get hurt. People get in accidents, people ride irresponsibly, and we run into issues of what specifically was the rider doing wrong? Where was their skill flawed? And what it comes down to is a lot of people don't go through the basic riders courses. A lot of people don't spend time learning to ride before they try and ride fast, or learning to ride before they try and ride more technical roads. And you wind up with things like object fixation or just total rider freeze up. But it does not change the fact that riding a motorcycle is incredibly fun and is an absolute blast. So let me start with this. If you don't buy a Yamaha, I understand. Buy a motorcycle. If you do buy a motorcycle and you're looking for some advice on as to what you should buy a Yamaha. Buy a touring bike from them if you're looking to ride around a bit more comfortably and just kind of spend some time on the road. Buy a sport bike from them if you want to go fast and you want to experience the sort of spirit of riding, the real essence of what it means to ride a motorcycle. Buy a sport bike, get the R6 or the R1. Otherwise, if you just want to go through and banks and ditches, or you want to go through and romp through some mud and go through the trails at home, buy a dirt bike. Yamaha sells them all. Yamaha is an incredible maker of motorcycles, and they do an outstanding job at creating a motorcycle that is good for the user, that is excellent for the rider. So again, thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for coming to my library tonight. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and thank you guys for watching my speeches this semester. It's been a real honor. I look forward to seeing all of you next year at school here. Thanks so much.
Drove